Cancer, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Cancer. Happy day, happy Taurus season. We're finally in the throes of, we're just coming off of a new moon in Taurus, which is great. We're still kind of feeling the reverberations of some of that, excuse me. So it's a great time to just kind of be forward thinking, setting new intentions, new goals for yourself, or refining, readjusting the ones that haven't been working. We're seeing some of the tension die down in the astrology, which is definitely welcomed, but there still is some there, right? Like it's still, there's a heightened fire element. Fire element always brings tension, aggression, frustration. It can be very creative and enlivening and inspiring as well. But because things have been like a hot mess lately, the energy has just been all over the place. We're feeling all the feels around the things that aren't really working, aren't really going our way, etc. It's definitely highlighting that fire element. I'm also seeing this though as like the fuel to get us moving, to put us actually in a position or find ways to put ourselves in a position that things do start working for us. It's not the easiest. It's been a long-winded endeavor, you know, and it's really requiring us to be creative, inventive, meaning not doing the same thing you normally do. That is not garnering results right now, unfortunately. And Mars is tensely aspected where it's slowing every progress down essentially. So that's why I like to start off with an energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a great time to set your own intention as well, Cancer, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, etc. Or if you're just looking for more of a realignment with self, your mind, body, soul. I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're operating from that space of awareness, knowing who we are, what we want, that's when we're better situated to manifest that happiness, that abundance that we all deserve, feeling fulfilled with our life. If you are interested, I would love to help support in whatever way possible, Cancer. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama love, Mama love. All right, just get this little nugget out of the way. Okay, Cancer, it's been a lot lately. Like I said, you know, I mean, there have been good things. I don't want to completely wipe that out. And honestly, that is kind of the goal right now, is not to get so sucked into what we can't control. Messages, communication coming in for you this week. I was hearing as we were doing the blessing, like, I don't know, you are a little bit focused on the past. Maybe there are some things that like aren't adding up or not quite making sense, and you're kind of trying to figure it out, right? Like you're trying to figure out, like, I don't know if this is like a who's right, who's wrong, or like you're stuck in the past around someone, something that didn't really have a lot of closure around it. You could be receiving messages, communication from this person this week, the situation, or this could just be finding a little bit more of those pieces to the puzzle to feel a little bit more settled, grounded within self. Yeah, because it does kind of look like some things have just been really weighing you down. And this specifically breaks down to a number 8, which is all about messages and communications. So communications that are making you feel a little bit more overwhelmed than what you want them to. Maybe even kind of seeing the duality in a situation, or I don't know, like, I feel like you've been proactively, okay, there's our mice card. I feel like you've been proactively working on something, right? The star is all about healing. It's about investing in yourself first. But something has gotten thrown off course. And I don't know, maybe it is a specific person that is doing that. We'll look and see how the tarot comes through. And there's our crossroads card, guys. You're kind of stuck though, it looks like, with that being in your blocked energy. Not feeling like you're ready to make a decision. I feel like that's where some of that cloudiness is coming into play. There's still a lot of questions. And like whatever this is, whatever that is kind of taking you back to the past. I love this. Yeah. You're doing yourself a service right now. Like I've been saying, like relationships have really been highlighted. Saturn and Venus have been on top of each other in Pisces. It creates a lot of feels around people, situations that are not working with us, etc. And it's been kind of overwhelming because there's not an easy way. There's not an easy way and there's not an easy answer. And a lot of it is about being willing to find harmony for everybody involved, right? Meaning that, like, sometimes we do have to lay down our weapons or humble ourselves or compromise, etc. Things that we might not like doing, but, I'm saying all this, I don't feel like you're necessarily focusing on any of this stuff, but that also could be where some of this stress is coming out, right? You're getting too sucked into the gossip that's surrounding you, what people, places, and things are saying. We have the King of Pentacles showing up that you're dealing with, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and you're coming in as the Knight of Swords, which is air energy. What I like about the Knight of Swords for you, Cancer, is it is all about making plans, right? Plans of action that I feel like don't necessarily involve these people or these situations that you've been dealing with. It maybe on some level, it makes sense topically, right? Like, King of Pentacles is known to have his shit together. So you obviously, like, it would make sense that you would want to be dealing with someone like that. But it looks like whatever you've dealt with to date hasn't worked as much, and you're choosing to go it alone, right? You're choosing to pursue your own direction. I feel like it's almost like you're taking some of the burden off of you, right? I'm no longer going to appease you or do whatever you want, or I don't know. I mean, I think some of this is definitely exposing where the disconnect has been, especially if you feel like you've given this person's situation a lot of your time, attention in the past. This is someone who definitely, like, I don't know, they're just not on board. They're just not on board. And I feel like maybe either you've tried to get them on board for quite some time, they refuse. The downside, I mean, we all can be stubborn, but the downside of earth energy is it's extremely stubborn. It's so, think of it like earth. Well, it's like not cement, but you can find the ingredients for cement. Earth can be very hard, very solid, very difficult to move. And that's basically, like, it looks like you're dealing with someone who's just not on board, who doesn't have the same perspective, who's not even really willing to budge on a lot of different levels. Like, I see them trying this week to whatever capacity that means, but also having a really hard time with it. And honestly, with this 8 of Swords, it's their problem. you know, and whatever, we all participate in relationships. It takes two to tango, but this is very much something that is exercising that stubbornness. And as a result, it's just creating extra stress. This might even be someone that you just feel like you get into drama with all the time, or wherever they go, drama follows them. What I like for you is it does look like you're having some support come through with this King of Swords, or this is just as much as like you leveling up, you being in your strength and in your power, and saying, you know, I'm gonna take these plans that I'm making and having a rational approach to them, right? Not letting certain people, places, and things get in the way. But this person doesn't, it's like they don't like that you're not giving them attention anymore. And I do feel like they're maybe kicking and screaming a little bit in the background, because we see some of their bad behavior popping up. The mice is all about infestation, right? It's just about something, and it's 23 on this card. So the way that we work together, work in partnership, again, is it working? Is it not? Usually with the mice, it's not, because something has been infested, whether that's a thought, a belief, you know, a certain perspective about the situation. And that's definitely how this King of Pentacles energy is coming through. Like they're making it harder on themselves. And I don't really think they know that, because I don't know, there is some ego playing out here. Yeah, 100%. Some big ego. And it's making them feel stupid. That's what it looks like. It's making them feel stupid. It's making them feel on the defensive. And, you know, it's knocking them down a peg or two, and that's really hard for them. That's really humbling for them, Cancer. But honestly, it kind of just looks like this is your only choice. This is your only choice. You've been around in this cycle, this loop for long enough. You're not making a decision right yet. Spirit wants you to make a decision this week. I think it would actually be beneficial for you, 100%. As I'm saying that, 9 of Cups comes out, which is our wish fulfillment. When you see it, it's hard sometimes, right, to quote unquote pull the trigger. Like when you see something, you're like, but is it really? But is it really? Questioning something over and over and over again is kind of how it comes through. But that's where Spirit's saying, stop, you know, like actually believe yourself, trust in yourself, listen to yourself, do the things that you have to do for yourself in order to thrive. There's 100% confirmation on those messages this week. So it looks like this week is going to be pretty informative for you, Cancer. A lot of things are coming up that's going to give you, it's going to give you the information you need, like I said, regardless of how this comes through. And honestly, I feel like this is something that is giving you the fuel to make a choice, to make a decision. You're starting to see that like you have enough, and not only do you have enough, but you have more than enough. When we're living out of lack mind limitation, it's this belief that we can't get it, or that we're not gonna, you know, be right place, right time, that type of vibe. And this is all about just like trusting, right? We're getting this a lot in the collective this week. Surrender and trust. Recognizing that Spirit, like you're always taken care of, you're always supported, even when you're going through the hardest times. Yes, it sucks. At the same time, you're being given something better that's not as apparent on the surface. It's definitely going to help with this stress, with feeling overwhelmed. Again, just trust Spirit through the process this week. It doesn't look too crazy, because I feel like, you know, this person's already going to be putting up their, like, you know, whatever, their little temper tantrums. But I don't know, like you feel good about your perspective. It's just actually putting plans into action. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I'd love to hear. Just say hey, sharing a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. Now I'm sending it back your way.